guys, I am Rebecca and these are my reviews, and today I'm actually going to do a little eyeshadow tutorial for you. I don't often do these ones, so let me know what you think if you like this sort of video. If you'd like to see something else, I would be happy to give it a shot, but this was requested, so I thought that I would show you guys. This is basically the eyeshadow that I wore in my Ipsy video and my Toki Box video. I used the NYX California eyeshadow palette as well as the Dirty Little Secrets highlighter on my eyes. I have some Eylure magnetic eyelashes that I show you how I put on. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did and let me know what you think of these types of videos. Alright, well, let's get on with the show! Okay, so I've already basically done my foundation, concealer, blush, all of that stuff. I'm just gonna go right into the eyes. So I have this palette from NYX. This is the California palette, and I actually just checked on their website, on the NYX website, and they have this very palette on sale for $12. So if you do like the color scheme, now would be a good time to snag it. I don't know if they are going to continue to sell it or what. You know, it looks like it's one of those things that they're trying to get rid of. So anyway, I'm gonna go in with this like off-white color up here, and I'm basically just gonna put it all over my lid. I always do this as a first step just because I feel that it helps me blend out my other colors. And you can use, you know, an eyeshadow or a powder, and this is my favorite brush for this. It's the setting brush from Real Techniques. So anyway, just laying down a powder base. If you wanted more intense colors, you should skip this step and then go in and put your colors right on top of, I just have concealer on my eyes, but if you had like an eyeshadow base or something, that would help the colors stick and make them way more vibrant. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with this sort of mauve-y color, and with a brush from Luxie. This is the 205 Tapered Blending. I have a couple of these and I love these brushes for getting in my crease. So this is the basic technique that I use pretty much every time I do my makeup. I just switch up the colors. So I'm taking that in my crease and just going back and forth and blending it out. I don't want anything too heavy or too dark. I don't take it all the way up to my brow bone, just in the crease, and kind of blend it out and up. Now, depending on your eye shape, you know, you kind of just have to play with it and see where the best place to put it is, but I like to drag mine out a little past my eyes and up, but not so high up. I do have a fair amount of space between my lid and my eyebrow, so you know, I've got space to play with, but I like to keep that area kind of open. I don't like to fill it in with too much color, unless I'm going like crazy dramatic. But just make sure that this is nice and blended. Generally speaking, it's best to go in with lighter colors, and then if you want it darker, you can darken it up later, but start light and then build. I'm gonna take this out and just a slightly under on my lower lash line, but not a lot. Mostly it's just to get that kind of outer V thing going. Okay, so at this point you can see I just have shadow in my crease, and already I feel like it has opened up my eyes. Okay, so now the next thing is I'm going to go in with this Dirty Little Secrets highlighter in the color Bellini, and you can use, this is the part where I'm saying like I basically do the same technique and use different colors today. It's a shimmery pink shade that I'm going to put all over my lid, the like movable part of my lid. And because this is a nice shiny bright pink, I'm bringing it into the inner corner as well. And I'm mostly gonna focus on this area because I'm going to put a darker shade over here. So, but I'm definitely covering the center of my eye all the way into my inner eye. I love using this as an eyeshadow. It's such a pretty color. On my cheeks, I'm not so sure, but on my eyes, it's so pretty, and it's really pigmented, which is nice. It's not just shimmery. Okay, woohoo, pop of color. Pinks like this really bring out the green in my hazel eyes too, so I love using these types of colors. By the way, this brush that I just used is from SL Miss Glam. I just got this in my Ipsy, and this one is the eyeshadow P15, and then I'm also going to use angled shading P17. And with this one, I'm gonna go back into that same mauve color, but I'm basically just going to intensify the outer V. I'm not getting crazy. If I really wanted a more dramatic, intense look, I would use a darker color, maybe like a gray or something, but I basically just wanna Make it not too dramatic, just give it some more definition and shape. So I'm basically just kind of stamping it on the outer V of my eye and kind of going up into the crease a little bit and down on the lower lash line in, you know, that V area, not in the center, just up and down, and bringing it out a smidge. So I stamp it on, and then I kind of blend it out. I do like using an angled brush for this because it's nice to just get that stamp. And then I'm going to use this same brush and take that color under my eyes a little bit more. I didn't used to like putting eyeshadow under my eyes, like on the lower lash line, but recently I've been doing it more and more, and I don't know. You know, you go through phases with makeup, what you do and don't like. I'm going to use that same fluffy brush that I used before to blend out the edges now, just so that it's not harsh. This side especially got pretty intense. I'm going to blend it in a little bit. One of the best tricks, I guess, that I ever learned from YouTube was put on the color with one brush and then blend it out with a clean brush. And that way it doesn't get crazy. You know, you can always build it, but if you try to blend with the same brush, you often end up with just, you know, way too much shadow and it becomes a big mess. Okay, so see, it's same colors, just a little more intensified on that outer V age. Okay, now my favorite way to do eyeliner, sometimes I do liquid liner, sometimes I'll do a pencil, but my favorite way is to get a good smudgy brush. This one is from Sephora, but I don't think they sell this exact one anymore, but you can find other smudgy brushes that are basically, so you can see it's just really short bristles and it's pinched so it's nice and thin, and it's pretty dense. You can get ones that are a little more fluffy, but I really like a good dense short bristled brush for this. So I'm going to use the same palette and use this gray color right here. So I'm basically just gonna, you know, get it on my smudgy brush there and use my sponge to kind of hold my eye straight, because, you know, I'm old people, my eyelid moves. If you're young and you don't need to do this, then don't do it. But I have a movie super like squishy eyelid, so I'm basically just going to smudge it along my lash line, and I focus it on the outside and then slowly bring it in and get that inner corner, and then just take it out a little bit. Not too much, just enough to extend my eye outward. And voila! Super easy, right? And this way it's, you know, especially if I'm in a hurry or something, or, you know, if you're not that great at eyeliner, this is such a good technique because it's, you know, it's okay if it gets a little messy. But again, I start on the outside because that's where I want it to be the most intense, and then move it in, because if I were to start here, it would just be like a giant blob, and that is not as cute as it ought to be. And then just bring it up. Make sure they more or less look the same, and voila! Easy peasy! It's so easy, right? I'm telling you, this is basically how I do my eye makeup pretty much every single day. I just switch up the colors depending on what I'm wearing, what I'm in the mood for. I can use, you know, instead of using a light color on my movable eyelid, I could use like a super shimmery dark green or something, and it would just really, you know, dramatize the look. And then, you know, use darker colors everywhere else, or use crazy rainbow colors, but I rarely do any other technique on my eyes. I just find that this works for me and it's easy, and I'm not that great at makeup. You know, I'm certainly not a makeup artist, so I basically just play with colors and do the same thing. Okay, so now I'm just gonna plop on some mascara. Oh, and let's do some brow gel. So this is my current favorite. It's from the BrowGal. I also really like their convertible brow palette, which has 3 different shades in it, but this is just so freaking easy. I love brow gel. It helps keep my brows in place and just kind of, you know, gives them a little extra color, fills them in a little bit, because my brows are already pretty good, but if I don't do this step, I just, you know, I notice mostly in pictures later, I'll be like, why do my eyebrows look so pale? For somebody who loves to play with makeup, I'm all about the easy stuff. Okay, so for mascara, I'm using my Grande Primer, which is my absolute favorite, and the Tarte Maneater Mascara. I go back and forth between this and the Milk Kush Mascara. I love them both so much. Okay, so at this point I could be done, but I'm going to show you guys my lashes. Okay, so I struggle with eyelashes. I mean, I love to wear them, and I'm fairly okay at getting them on now, but let's face it, eyelashes are hard to glue on and to get them even, and the inner corner always flips up, so I have to carry my glue with me, and they're just kind of a pain, and then you have sticky glue stuff on your lashes for the next 3 days, right? And I tried the magnetic lashes from Ardell and had a hell of a time with them. Could not get them on. My eyes were so watery and red, they were just really irritated by the whole experience. I watched a million videos, I tried cutting them into chunks to see if that would help. Couldn't get it to work. And then this company, Iris Beauty, sent me some that were basically just for the outer corner. It was just, you know, one little, you know, add-on. It wasn't a full strip, and those I actually really liked. And then the other day shopping in Target, I found these ones from Eylure, and they're basically the same thing. They're not a full strip, they're kind of short. I mean, they're still pretty long. They're longer than my ones from Iris Beauty, but I've been using these. First of all, I love the packaging. This little compact with the things in here, and they do have magnets on them to keep them in place, which is really nice. And they're labeled right and left, which is nice as well. So anyway, I'm gonna show you how I put these on. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the left. Now I take the top and the bottom, and I kind of, you know, do this to get them to be just a little bit rounded. And I place this on, okay, not that rounded. And I've got a mirror down here that I'm kind of looking down into. You can also use a compact like under your chin to look down if that helps. And I just kind of place it where I want it, you know, definitely on the outer side. And then I take the bottom ones, just sort of balancing those, and I click in the magnets. And try not to stab myself in the eye. There we go. Okay, did that work? No. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so there we go. I did poke myself in the eye. That was not great. But I have them on and they look okay. I might need to adjust them. I feel like they're kind of hanging off the edge a little bit more than I would like. But let's see, let's put on the other side and then we can adjust. And that's the thing about the magnetic ones. They're so easy. You just, you know, you can take them off and put them back on and not have to worry about the glue or anything. Let's see, can I still do? All right, nope, starting over. Oh, that's a good look. What do you think, people? Oh, for heaven's sake. Here I am telling you that these are the easiest things in the world. They're not like, obviously, I do have to play with them a bit, but at least I'm not getting glue all over my face, you know? And once I have them on, they are super comfortable. It's just a matter of getting them in the right spot. So I don't wear these every day, because I don't need dramatic eyelashes every day, but, you know, if I want to look a little extra dramatic, I usually wear them like on days that I'm filming, or if I have an event, you know, a Christmas party or something, my daughter's ballet recital, I might plop these bad boys on. Okay, are those even, more or less? Yeah, I'm gonna reapply these ones because they're like way over the edge there. Okay, so did you see how easily it was to take them off? I just kind of, you know, pulled them off, no big deal. And they don't pull out my eyelashes or anything. Okay, have to separate them. And let's try this again, shall we? These lashes were pretty expensive. They were like around $20, maybe only $17, something like that. I got them at Target. But, you know, definitely on the more expensive side. But I wear them all the freaking time. And, you know, they're holding up, even with me, you know, pulling them off and on and wearing them constantly. There we go, that looks better, right? See how much drama that adds? And it's, you know, it's just an easy peasy thing. And even if I'm out and about and I'm like, you know what, these eyelashes are bugging me or I feel silly or whatever, if I just have this in my purse or, you know, even like I'll shove my lashes into my eyeglass case or, you know, anything that I have. Anyway, I can just pop them off and it doesn't mess up your eyeliner. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. You can just take them off and it hasn't messed up your makeup at all. So I'm obsessed with my magnetic lashes. I still have the glue-on ones that I use occasionally just because I like the styles or whatever, but these ones are my easy ones. Okay, let's throw on some lipstick and be done with it, shall we? I'll use my same Makeup Geek set list foiled lip gloss. I love this stuff. Okay, that's it. That's the finished look. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully you learned something, got some ideas, I don't know, something. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!